Namaskar, I am Dr. Amit Bhardwaj. I welcome you all for the weekly weather discussion on 4th of July. Now, as you can see that the main feature of the week is that southwest monsoon has covered entire country on 2nd of July, which is 6 days before the actual normal date, which is 8th of July. So in this figure you can see that these are the blue lines of the isochrones of the monsoon, and this is the 2nd July isochrone, which you can see on the 2nd July it has covered the entire country. And in the red line you can see these are the climatological moment of the isochrone date, which is 8th July. So 6 days before the southwest monsoon has covered the entire country. So this is the main feature for the last week. Now if we discuss about the last week's synoptic systems and the cyclonic circulation, as you can see there are a lot of cyclonic circulations during last week which cause heavy to very heavy and isolated extremely heavy rainfall during the last week. So I'll be summarizing this. You can see that there's a east-west shear zone that was present on 28th to 29th of July, which was above 3.1 kilometer and 5.8 kilometer above mean sea level. And on 29th of July it was from 5.8 to 7.6 kilometer above mean sea level. The shear zone was present. As also seen the last week, there was also an offshore trough was also present, which was from Gujarat to the Kerala regions, North Kerala regions, from 27 to 2nd of July. There is also you can see there are consistent cyclonic circulation over the Gujarat region, which was available in the lower tropospheric level from 27th and then 30th to 2nd of July. And these are the cyclonic circulation that were present, and you can also see that there is a cyclonic circulation 1.5 kilometer above mean sea level, which was also present on 30th of June to and 2nd of July. You can see there is also a consistent cyclonic circulation which was present on 28th and 29th over North Madhya Pradesh, and on 29th cyclonic circulation over Haryana regions as well as Uttarakhand region. And due to these circulation and their interaction, as well as there are various east-west trough line which were passing from Rajasthan to Punjab. These are the variabilities, and from these regions these are the east-west trough line or the monsoon trough line. You can say when the monsoon is not formed, it is around arriving. So these are the trough line in the monsoon isochrone which were present from 27th, and then this is 28th, 29th, and so. So there are also some of the trough line which are also present in this location from the cyclonic circulation from the South Gujarat region to going from till Bihar regions. So these are the various systems. As also if we also filter some of the system over the northeast of region, you can see there are many cyclonic circulation last week was consistently present over sub-Himalayan West Bengal and Sikkim region, SHWV regions, and Sikkim, Assam and Meghalaya region, as well as Arunachal Pradesh. And you can also see there was two low pressure system which was present over northwest of Bay of Bengal on 28 to 29. So these are the system. Due to these system there are a lot of heavy to very heavy rainfall occurred, and we'll be briefing the data which has been observed. Now if you can see due to these system during last week. So before that we can see here one of the IMD model, GFS model, which is available at 12 kilometer of resolution. This is 850 hectopascal wind, and these are the analysis product for last 7 days. Now as you can see that our monsoon low level jet is actually getting intensification during the last week, which caused isochrone to move and cover the entire country. So the low level intensity of the low level jet is increasing, and due to that the rainfall activity will also increase during this time. So this was from the model analysis product. Now this you can see these are the last 7 days IMD observations. you can see most of the rainfall which occurred over this region, west coast of India, including the Gujarat region, the northeast region, and you can see the Indo-Gangetic Plain region, the central part of the India, as well as some isolated extremely heavy rainfall you can see in Delhi and adjoining areas and West UP. So these are the observation. You can see that the last week was very good in terms of the rainfall activity over the entire country. Now if we further separate the rainfall amount from very heavy rainfall amount to the higher one, you can see that it has covered almost complete India. Now what are these dots? These are different dates with different colors, and the rainfall amount is from very heavy rainfall amount and the above. So there are few occasions when extremely heavy rainfall amount is also been observed, and you can see that this Indo-Gangetic belt is received maximum rainfall, and you can also know that the flooding over Delhi is happened during these dates only. So this is just to show the widespread of the very heavy to extremely heavy rainfall which occurred, very heavy rainfall and above. Now if we summarize these details further in the station wise, you can see these are the different dots. You can see west coast of India, including Gujarat. This is the 7 days cumulative amount of the rainfall, received the maximum amount of the rainfall during the last week, and also Sub-Himalayan, Sikkim and Sub-Himalayan West Bengal regions, and the Indo-Gangetic Plain regions you can see, and the northeast of India region, and the central part is also received the good amount of the rainfall activity. So we have summarized and brief here only in terms of the extremely heavy rainfall events and the very heavy rainfall events. So you can see how many events has happened over Delhi. Extremely heavy rainfall event has one occasion, caused the flooding. Konkan and Goa 2 occasions, Sub-Himalayan West Bengal 2, and you can actually get the details how many times during the last week the very heavy rainfall and extremely heavy rainfall amount has been happened. So this is the observations. Now if we talk about and further segregate in terms of daily time series of rainfall over India and over the homogeneous region, and with its percentage with the departure, that means we want to know how much we are actually receiving, how much we are deviating with respect to the actual rainfall which we should receive during the season. So in terms, this is country as a whole, that means we have averaged over the whole country amount rainfall, and the country as a whole is receiving the rainfall, and the last week actually it is crossing the normals. So the normal line is the actual climatological line from 1971 to 2020, and now actually last week from 27 to 4th of July we are actually crossing the normals. So country as a whole is receiving, and this is also been reflected in terms of this time series. Now you can also see this time series. This is actually a cumulative amount of the rainfall, and you can see that cumulative normal was 196.9 millimeter, but the cumulative actual which is happening now in the green color till 4th of July is 190.6. So it is actually coming to very close, country as a whole. Now we can further segregate into 4 regions, homogeneous regions, where you can actually divide. This blue line is northwest of India region, red is northeast of India, southern peninsula of India, and the central India. So in that way the average values has been plotted in terms of the time series to know which region has actually received the more amount of rainfall during the last week. And you can actually see not last week but as a complete season till now, you can see that all subdivisions, all homogeneous region actually are crossing their normals and receive the good amount of rainfall. So this can also be shown in terms of these time series. Now if we want to know based on the subdivision wise whether excess of amount of rainfall happened or the normal, you can see the last week, this is the last week only, you can see country as a whole receive access to large excess amount of rainfall, which you can see in blue to dark blue color, and only the deficient rainfall has been received over the Kerala region, north interior Karnataka, and our Telangana region, Rayalaseema. Yeah. So in that way, now if we see, we talk about subdivision wise from the complete season till today date of 4th of July, you can see that most part of the India and the central India and southern peninsula of India received normal to above normal, and some part which receive very less amount of rainfall is actually crossing the above largest amount of the rainfall, but country as a whole received over these as a normal to above normal rainfall amount. But there are some states over the season which receive the deficient amount of the rainfall, which include Jammu and Kashmir, Punjab, Haryana, Uttarakhand and West Rajasthan region, as well as Bihar, Jharkhand and Gangetic West Bengal and our Odisha region, which is, and as well as Kerala region, which is receive the deficient amount of rainfall if we talk about from 1st to 4th of July. So this is regarding rainfall, and now we further categorizing with different sector, and we can say country as a whole during the last week received 32% above normal departure, but as a season we can say it is country as a whole minus 4% departure. So the last week was very good for in terms of the rainfall, and the different sector also you can see with this help of these statistics. Now these were all regarding the rainfall amount that we received during the last week, and we have shown you different statistics. Now we are talking about what is today's system and how the pattern will look like for the next week and next 2 weeks. So at present we will discuss what are the today's synoptic system. This is also been discussed during the middays daily videos, but I am just summarizing. There are offshore presence of the offshore trough, and there is also a monsoon trough which is now clearly can be seen that it is at its normal position, and there is a cyclonic circulation over South Pakistan region. There is also cyclonic circulation over northwest of Rajasthan region, and from this cyclonic circulation there is a east-west trough line which is crossing the UP and Bihar regions and till Bangladesh region. There is also a location of the trough. So these are the today's synoptic system. Due to these synoptic system, there are 5 days multi-hazard warning has also been issued, and this is also been described in your midday warning. As you can see, if I want to summarize it, most part of the day 1, day 2 and day 3, the Indo-Gangetic plain for UP, Bihar and Uttarakhand region actually will receive orange warning alert has been issued. And if we talk about, let us say for the day 1, this Gujarat region and the South Gujarat region and South Gujarat region, extremely heavy rainfall forecast warning has been issued, and the adjoining areas orange alert has been issued. And for the northeast region, day 1, day 2 and day 3, heavy to very heavy and very heavy to extremely heavy rainfall warning alert has been issued for these regions. And this forecast for the heavy rainfall to very heavy rainfall will reduce when we go for day 4 to day 5, but still you can see that orange alert warning has been issued for these met subdivision wise, like Uttarakhand, Assam and Meghalaya, where heavy to very heavy rainfall can happen, Odisha and south interior Karnataka, coastal Karnataka and Madhya Maharashtra, heavy to very heavy rainfall and extremely heavy rainfall at isolated location warning has been issued. So these are the 5 days warning which you can see, and the detail is also available in our report. You can go and read. So and this is for the extended range forecast. So here we will be describing what will happen for next 15 days. So this is an extended ERF model which provide these for week 1 and week 2, and this is a cyclogenesis and evolution probability. So there is a low to moderate probability of cyclogenesis over land region over Jharkhand, Bihar and adjoining areas, which has been shown in this different colors. So it is only low probability for cyclogenesis over the land region, and there is no probability over the ocean region. Now if we talk about the extended range forecast in terms of the rainfall, you can see that the west coast of India week 1 and week 2 will receive plenty amount of the rainfall. Also the next week there are high probability that the rainfall amount will increase over Indo-Gangetic plain and the northeast of India. Now you can also see that this is above normal rainfall will happen over west coast of India as well as for week 1 and week 2, and for week 1 over Indo-Gangetic plain including the northeast of India, the rainfall amount for the week 1 will be above normal. The central part is receiving less amount of the rainfall, but the excess amount will be over Indo-Gangetic plain region for week 1. And similarly for week 2, this particular region will receive above normal rainfall amount. So this is for the week 2 forecast. Now you can also get the summary here. Multi-hazard warning plot are already been described, so details are also been written here, where the very heavy to extremely heavy rainfall activity will occur over Arunachal Pradesh, Assam and Meghalaya and South Gujarat region. Similarly, very heavy rainfall activity over Bihar on 4th and 5th, SHWB region and Sikkim during 4th to 6th of July, Arunachal Pradesh and MMT regions, Assam and Meghalaya on 6th and 7th, and Odisha on 7th of July. Very heavy rainfall will occur. Forecast has been issued. So the heavy rainfall warning also been issued for over these regions. Now if we summarize for rainfall for week 2, the monsoon trough is likely to be active and it will be near its its normal position or south of its normal position during most of the time during next week, and due to that there is also an offshore trough along the west coast of India is likely to prevail, and strong winds also likely to prevail along the west coast of India, and these are all favorable conditions which will lead that next week will be most favorable and for the widespread rainfall and heavy rainfall along the west coast of India, heavy swell over central, east central and northeast of India during next week. So this is the summary for the rainfall. Now if we talk about in terms of the temperature, now you can see that for week 1 and week 2, most part of the country is around 34 degrees Celsius and below, which is below normal, and our Rajasthan and adjoining areas actually is 36 degree Celsius during week 1 and 2. So temperature will be below normal during next 2 weeks, and you can also see with the help of these figures. So over Indo-Gangetic plain and northwest of India regions, the temperature will be below normal by 2 to 3 degrees Celsius for week 1, and in week 2 it will be slightly above normal by 1 to 2 degrees Celsius. And the same summary can be summarized here. For the maximum temperature is likely to be 34 degrees Celsius over most part of the country, and below 36 degrees Celsius over Punjab and northwest of Rajasthan region. And for week 2, if we talk about overall, the maximum temperature is likely to be below 32 degrees Celsius over most part of the country and below 34 degrees Celsius over plains of northwest of India. So this is the summary for the temperature that the next week will be pleasant, and due to the temperature which is below normal. Now due to the heavy rainfall to very heavy to extremely heavy rainfall, there are impacts and actions suggested. You can see that there will be localized flooding of the roads, waterlogging low-lying areas, and closure of underpass mainly in urban areas can happen. Also there is an occasional reduction in the visibility due to the heavy rainfall, and you can see there is a disruption in traffic in the major city due to the waterlogging the roads, lead to the increased travel time. Major damage to the Kacha road, possibility of the damage to vulnerability structure, and localized landslide can happen over the hilly regions. Damage to horticulture and standing in some areas due to the indentation, and it may lead to the riverine flood. So these are the warning and impacts and actions suggested. So next week will be good for the rainfall activity, and you can also get the updated information regarding the rainfall, and you can follow us. You can download these apps to get the most updated information, and you can also get the detailed information from IMD website, where the all details in terms of the reports is also available. You can follow us on Instagram, Twitter and YouTube. And that's all for today. Namaskar. Dhanyavad.